Hurricanes, born from warm water and currents, have the potential to demolish coastal towns and even wreak havoc hundreds of miles inland. How do these storms form? And what can you do to protect yourself? Find out more with Inside the Storm, Hurricanes. Hurricanes tend to occur along the Atlantic coast and in the Gulf of Mexico. A tropical storm develops in these waters from pre-existing weather disturbance. If a storm occurs over warm water, at least 80 degrees or warmer, with a depth of about 150 feet, water and heat are able to rise to build the storm's strength. A tropical depression forms as pressure drops, water condenses to vapor, and heat is released. Warm ocean water evaporates and rises to the top of the storm. This water cools as it rises, condenses, and its energy is released. This adds further energy to the storm. As this process continues, the storm gains strength. Bands of thunderstorms form, and clouds reach higher into the atmosphere. If there is light or little wind, the storm is able to continue to grow and strengthen, feeding on warm waters. A hurricane begins as a tropical cyclone. These are low-pressure systems that rotate counterclockwise and have some thunderstorm activity. If the wind speed is below 38 miles per hour, the storm is considered a tropical depression. Once wind speeds reach about 40 miles per hour, the cyclone is considered a tropical storm. Winds deflected from the rotation of the Earth form currents. The deflection is known as Coriolis effect, that cause the storm to rotate and form its spiral shape. The Saffir-Simpson scale determines the hurricane strength in categories. Category 1 is the weakest hurricane, with wind speeds up to 95 miles per hour. As the storm's wind speed and size increases, the category increases. The strongest storms are considered Category 5 hurricanes, with wind speeds that exceed 155 miles per hour. With recent increases to hurricane size and strength due to warming water temperatures, there has been some discussion of introducing a Category 6 storm. A typical hurricane is around 300 miles wide, although each storm ranges in size. The eye, or calm area at the center of the hurricane, is made from descending cooling air from the top of the storm. This clear area is between 20 to 40 miles across. The area surrounding the eye, called the eye wall, is composed of thick clouds. This area has the highest winds of the hurricane. Air is sucked in toward the eye and rises within the eye wall, which then cools and turns into mist. The outer edges of the hurricane are composed of rain bands, or dense areas of thunderstorms that are miles wide and 50 to 300 miles long. These can have hurricane speed winds. A hurricane can cause storm surges, or water that is pushed inland from the force of winds around the storm. As the force of the hurricane approaches, it combines with normal tides to raise water levels 15 feet or more. Storm surges can cause rapid and severe flooding in coastal areas. With densely populated areas along the Atlantic and Gulf Coast that sits less than 10 feet above sea level, this flooding can be disastrous. As a hurricane crosses land, it loses its source of moisture, and the storm's power diminishes. The hurricane can also lose energy if it heads into cooler waters. The National Weather Service uses many tools to monitor storms far out at sea. Using satellites, ships, and buoys, scientists can use indirect measurements to track tropical disturbances. As storms form, there are many ways to be ready for emergencies in the event of a hurricane. Prepare a disaster plan, develop escape routes, and build a supply kit with essentials like clean water, non-perishable food, and a first aid kit. Also, stock up on batteries to keep flashlights and radios running, and keep an extra battery for your cell phone. Keep cash and important documents like insurance and medical records in a safe place where they are easy to locate.